So I just wanted to talk a little bit more about these micro tomato plants because they're so really interesting in that they're the smallest tomato plants, and to me the only reasonable tomato plants that you can get fruit out of that you can grow indoors on your windowsill because their size is so compact and small, and almost pleasant if you have it in the smallest container to grow. And as I mentioned in the other video, that the smallest container size micro tomato plant is nearly the same height, and really all you get is a little bit wider foliage from the bigger pot, but the foliage gain is negligible to the amount of space that you have to add to the bottom of this plant and the amount of soil that you have to add. This one is really the most ideal size, the 3.5-inch square, and then you have the 4-inch round there in the middle. So, but what you get is more fruit here, some fruit, and then almost no fruit. And these are planted all at the same time, transplanted into the pots all at the same time. But on another note, these are micro tomato plants, of course. They're dwarf tomato plants, and they were developed in a university, so you can be almost 100% certain that these are GMO tomato plants. And if you have something against GMO products like I do, in terms of produce anyway, it's probably not the most ideal, but still the novelty of growing something like this in your kitchen is, is this a fun project to have, or something just as a discussion point to show your guests when they come to your house. All around, this is just a fun plant to have. Just want to take a 360 view of this guy. Look at all the fruit that he has, and he has a lot compared to the mid-ranged pot guy. And looking at this guy, there's barely anything. You'd have one fruit here. So the other interesting fact about this plant is that I didn't pollinate any of these flowers, and of course these were grown indoors, so there's no bees or insects fertilizing the flowers for me. So it means that the flowers are considered perfect flowers. They will self-fertilize, not even with a gust of wind. Well, maybe there was a gust of wind in the kitchen when I had the windows open, but for all intents and purposes, the flowers just kind of fruit on their own without any outside help from anything. They just reproduce on their own. And these plants, because of their size, is considered a determinate tomato plant, meaning they will only grow to a certain height and stop. Indeterminate tomato plants will continue to grow and grow and grow until the season turns to winter, basically. Anyway, just want to talk about this amazing micro tomato plant. These are really cool plants to have, and if you don't like GMOs, then they're a cool little decoration to have in your kitchen. I'm just waiting for these green fruits to turn red and ripen. Then I'll taste it and then give you a final analysis on whether or not these are worth growing or not. Okay, well, thanks for watching, everyone, and happy growing.